And welcome back. Time for Gimme 5. And Barack Obama was out on the campaign trail yesterday in Philadelphia. You remember Philadelphia. That's where in 2008 Barack Obama said, if they bring a knife to the fight, I bring a gun. Okay, imagine if Donald Trump said that. Anyway, he had a message for the press. I mean, he went on and on. I think he talked about himself 130 plus times. Campaigning for Hillary, he talked about himself over 130 times. But I want you to, and some of these times are included here, you'll see, but let's get to the point where he just had a vent. He just had to get it out and clobber the press for the way they covered Donald Trump. Watch.
Look, I'm not running this time, but I sure do get frustrated with the way this campaign is covered. I'm just telling the truth. Guys in the back, I'm just telling you the truth about how I feel about this. Do you mind if I just vent for a second?
I'm just telling. Okay, he's good. He's going to vent. Barack Obama is going to vent. Are you ready? Watch.
You know, you don't grade the presidency on a curve. This is serious business. Serious
business. The man who plays golf, the man who couldn't make it to Louisiana because he was playing golf, the man, I mean, I don't have time for the list. Serious business. Very serious business. The man who does every, comedy show. He did an interview with a woman who bathes herself in junk in a bathtub. Very, very serious business, this presidency, which of course it is. But he's hardly the one to be talking about it, is what I'm trying to say. And then there's more.
We see folks talking about transparency. You want to debate transparency? You've got one candidate in this race who's released decades worth of her tax returns. The other candidate is the first in decades who refuses to release any at all.
Okay, that has nothing to do with transparency. Look, folks, I mean, for this man, the President of the United States, to be able to endorse Hillary Clinton after all she's done to harm our national security is just breathtaking on its face. But this whole nonsense, about Trump's not transparent, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? None of it's working. None of it is working. He's got a 3-4 point lead, as I mentioned at the top of the show in the LA Times poll. He's up by 5 in Ohio, according to the Bloomberg poll. I mean, it's not working. It's just not working. More.
You want to debate who's more fit to be our president? One candidate who's traveled to more countries than any Secretary of State ever has more qualifications than pretty much anyone who's ever run for this job, and the other who isn't fit in any way, shape, or form to represent this country abroad and be its commander-in-chief. So somehow, as things go on, because we've become so partisan, our standards for what's normal have changed.
Oh, yeah. Our standards for what's normal have changed. When Barack Obama ran for president, our standards for what's normal went out the window. Palling around with terrorists, as Sarah Palin so aptly put it. Who else could have survived a relationship with Bill Ayers, a relationship with a pastor who said our chickens have come home to roost, Reverend Wright? Who else could have survived? They're making a big deal now, okay? There's these billionaires who say to Trump, release your health records or taxes, I don't know, and we'll give you $5 million to charity in your name. Well, when Donald Trump offered Barack Obama $5 million to the charity of his choice to release his college records, the media called him racist. The media laughed at him, criticized Trump, never said to Obama, hey, $5 million to help charity? Why don't you just release your school records? He didn't. He hasn't. So, yeah, what used to be considered normal has gone out the window, but not at the hands of Donald Trump or starting with Donald Trump. It started with Barack Obama and his candidacy. Okay, Donald Trump went into the crowd yesterday. We've seen Obama say, oh, can we get water over here? Someone fainted. Trump actually went into the crowd to help a woman. Watch.
Could we have a doctor, please? A doctor. A doctor, please. Thank you. A doctor, thank you. Thank you, doctor. That's a great supporter, an unbelievable person. Been here for a long time, and I just want to thank you. That's right. That's great. Thank you, darling.
Okay. All right. Very touching scene. Now, if you think that was touching, you ain't seen nothing yet. I was so moved by this video. I posted it on Facebook when I saw it. This is a 9-year-old boy with cerebral palsy. And in the wake of Colin Kaepernick and the other bums who sit or kneel during the national anthem, this little boy's mother says that he usually tries to stand up when the national anthem is played before a game that he watches on TV. But for the first time, that he usually sings. He tries to sing it. But for the first time, he actually tried to stand during the national anthem. We didn't put the whole video in, but watch. What do you say? What do you say? Struggling mightily to stand to show respect during the national anthem. Pounding his heart with his hand because he knows it's the right thing to do. And battling so mightily to try to do it because he's physically hampered in doing so. And then you have the complete opposite, the bums of the NFL, who are sanctioned by the NFL and their teams to be the bums they are.